Now we're in for a special treat. The National Endowment for the Arts and the Poetry Foundation have partnered with U.S. states' arts agencies to support Poetry Out Loud, a contest that encourages our nation's youth to learn about great poetry through memorization and recitation. The program helps students to master public speaking skills, build self-confidence, and learn about their literary heritage. After successful program pilots in Washington, D.C. and Chicago, Poetry Out Loud was launched in high schools nationwide in the spring of 2006 and has now grown to involve literally millions of students across our country. Our next guest, Coral Brantly, was Michigan's 2015 Poetry Out Loud state champion. Coral is a junior at Petoskey High School who is involved in drama, band, robotics, and young life. She is a longtime poetry enthusiast and has been writing and reciting poetry since she was introduced to it over a decade ago. The NEA and NEH have given her an outlet for her love of poetry, and she's looking forward to participating in Poetry Out Loud again this year. Please join me in welcoming Coral to the stage.
I am, and always have been, a poetry enthusiast. I'm also a lot of other things, as he just said, like an inspiring scientist and a musician. And my love of poetry often, unfortunately, takes a back seat to those things, simply because I don't have time to pursue it. The last couple years have changed that. The first time I competed in Poetry Out Loud, I was knocked out in the first round of my school competition. But I'd gotten a taste, and I wasn't about to back down. Last year, I won states and made it all the way to the last round of regionals at the national competition. Competing gave me a rush, but the real excitement for me was having an outlet for a long-time passion and being able to meet other kids with the same love. I don't think there was one person in either competition who wasn't told how great they sounded by the other contestants. And that was extraordinary to me, especially since the competition had such high stakes. I think, though, that this phenomenon can be explained rather simply. We were all there because we loved what we were doing. And we all found pleasure in being with such a diverse group that nevertheless was connected by a common thread. I want to express my sincerest thanks to the NEA for providing this wonderful opportunity for expression and connection. I'm going to recite one of my poems that I did for both competitions. And this poem is one of my favorites. It's not my longest one or my shortest one, and it's not my most complex, but it's one of the ones that I just love, and it's honestly the reason that I keep writing and reciting. Song for the Last Act by Louise Bogan. Now that I have your face by heart, I look less at its features than its darkening frame, where quince and melon, yellow as young flame, lie with quilled dahlias in the shepherd's crook. Beyond, a garden. There, in insolent ease, the lead and marble figures watch the show of yet another summer, loath to go although the scythes hang in the apple trees. Now that I have your face by heart, I look. Now that I have your voice by heart, I read in the black chords upon a dulling page music that is not meant for music's cage, whose emblems mix with words that shake and bleed. The staves are shuttled over with a stark, unprinted silence. In a double dream, I must spell out the storm, the running stream, the beats too swift, the notes shift in the dark. Now that I have your voice by heart, I read. Now that I have your heart by heart, I see the wharves with their great ships and architraves, the rigging and the cargo, and the slaves on a strange beach under a broken sky. Oh, not departure, but a voyage done. The bales stand on the stone. The anchor weeps its red rust downward, and the long vine creeps beside the salt herb in the lengthening sun. Now that I have your heart by heart, I see. Thank you.